Good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to tackle the parts and functions of cell. So how does knowledge of each level of the biological organization help you understand how your body works? There may be different types of eukaryotic cells, but they are generally have three basic parts: A. Cell membrane, B. Nucleus, and cytoplasm. So, what is cell membrane? This is the gateway to the cell. The cell membrane, also known as plasma membrane, is the outermost boundary of the cell. It has several functions. Number one, it separates a cell from other cells. So, kumbaga ito po yung pinaka-boundary ng cell, ang tinatawag natin na cell membrane. So, it plays an important role in how cells communicate with one another. Number 3, it regulates the movement of materials into and out of the cell. Lahat ng pumapasok at lumalabas sa cells, ang nagre-regulates po ay si cell membrane. The ability of the cell membrane to allow certain substances to move in and out of the cell is called semi-permeability. So ito po yung cell membrane. Okay, nucleus, the information center, or this is the command center of the cell. So the nucleus is the membrane-bound structure usually located at the center of the cell. It contains the genetic material or the DNA of an organism. It is the control center of the cell, which means that all the activity of the cells is controlled by the nucleus. The components of the nucleus are the nuclear membrane, chromatin, and nucleolus. So tanda po natin, nucleus is the control center. Nasa kanya rin po yung DNA or the genetic information of an organism. So nuclear membrane, the gateway to the nucleus. Anong pagkakaiba niya dun sa cell membrane at ng nuclear membrane? So yung cell membrane, yun po yung boundary ng kabuuan ng cell. Ito namang nuclear membrane, this is the boundary of the nucleus. So the gateway to the nucleus. The nuclear membrane separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm and is continuous with the endoplasmic reticulum or ER at several points. There are 2,000 nuclear pores embedded in the nuclear membrane. Nuclear pores are small openings that permit molecules to move into and out of the nucleus. So chromosomes, carriers of the genes. Chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins called histones. The DNA serves as the genetic blueprint of the organism. Nucleolus, center for ribosomal assembly. The nucleolus is found in the nucleoplasm and the semi-fluid matrix enveloped by the nuclear membrane. They are the pre-assembly points for ribosomes and usually contain proteins and ribonucleic acid. So ito po yung ribosome. Yan, nuclear pore. Halos may nasa 2,000 pala po yan na nuclear pore within the nuclear membrane. So ang nuclear membrane, ito yung pinakabakod ng nucleus. So ito po yung mga parts ng nucleus. We have the nuclear envelope, the nuclear pore, the chromatin or the nucleolus. Pinakaloob yan ng nucleus. We have the endoplasmic reticulum and then the ribosome. Okay, the discovery of the nucleus. The nucleus was the first organelle to be discovered. However, the exact date of its discovery and the identity of the person who discovered it are still unverified. In 1802, Australian botanical artist Franz Bohr sketched cells and labeled their nucleus. In 1825, psychologist John Evangelista Purkinje discovered the nucleus of a chicken oocyte and called it Vesicula germinativa. Then in the 1830s, Scottish botanist Robert Brown observed the nucleus of various plant cells and coined the term nucleus. But in his time, the function of the nucleus was not yet known. Instead, scientists focused on studying its location in the cell and its appearance. So later, the nucleus was deliberately observed and became a key principle in the creation of the cell theory. Scientists thought that nucleus was the only cell organelle until they discovered other organelles such as Golgi bodies, mitochondria, and endoplasmic reticulum. This provide more insights into the nature and the structures of cell. Due to advancement of biotechnology, the study of the cell nucleus has been brought to the nanoscale range, opening new frontiers in cell research and biotechnology. So what is the cytoplasm? Other cell organelles and cytoplasmic inclusion. The cytoplasm is the largest part of the cell. In terms of volume, it is composed of membrane-bound structures called organelles. other cytoplasmic inclusions, and the semi-fluid portion called cytosol, where dissolved substance are suspended. The cytoplasm supports and suspends organelles and cellular molecules. Many cellular processes, including protein synthesis, also occur in the cytoplasm. So the organelles, the endoplasmic reticulum, channel for support. The ER is an interconnecting membranous network of vesicles, tubules, and flattened sacs. It serves as the quality control area or unit of the cell. There are two types of ER. We have the rough and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The rough ER is characterized by the presence of ribosomes, where protein synthesis occurs. The smooth ER, on the other hand, does not have ribosomes. It is the site of lipid and steroid synthesis. Proteins made in the endoplasmic reticulum are either transported out from the cell in the form of secretory products or used by the other parts of the cell. So, the number of ribosomes depends on the activities of the cell. There are more ribosomes in the cells that have a secretory function. For instance, the secretory cells found in the pancreas have numerous ribosomes because it secretes proteins in the form of enzymes and hormone. So, dito po sa picture, ito yung dalawang uri ng ER or endoplasmic reticulum. We have the smooth and then we have the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, we have now the next, the Golgi body, packaging of secretory materials. So dito pala ini-imbak yung mga i-out na materials sa cells. So Golgi bodies are stacks of flattened disc-like membranes that are associated with the ER in the cytoplasm. Proteins from the ribosomes are chemically modified, packed and sealed off in small packets called vesicles. These vesicles move from the ER to the Golgi bodies and are grouped into batches, either for export or for use by the cell. Just like the ribosomes, their abundance is relative to the cell's activity. Some cells can have only one large stack, whereas others can have hundreds or even thousands of Golgi body. So yung palang trabaho po ng Golgi body. Nagpapak siya ng secretory materials, either i-out or gagamitin ng cell yung kanyang nire-repack. So lysosome, breakdown and degradation of substance. Lysosomes contain digestive enzymes that break down complex chemical compounds into simpler ones. They can also destroy other worn-out organelles within the cell by enclosing and digesting them to recycle their materials for other uses. Detoxification of harmful compounds. So, it helps the cell use oxygen. They produce the toxic hydrogen peroxide in the process but contain enzymes that convert it into water and oxygen. When free radicals such as peroxide build up in the cell, peroxomes release catalase and enzymes that breaks down hydrogen peroxide. This reaction leaves behind harmless water and oxygen molecules. The liver and kidney cells are rich in peroxomes that help remove toxins from the blood. So, pansala po yung ating liver. So, kaya dyan marami itong peroxisome na ito na nagde-detoxify ng harmful compounds. Mitochondria or the energy generators. Mitochondria are spherical or elongated structures found in the cytoplasm. Mitochondria harness energy from the food you eat and convert it into a usable form of energy called adenosine triphosphate or the ATP. This energy is an important product of cellular respiration. When you say ATP, this is the energy currency of the cell and of course of our body. So the number of mitochondria also varies depending on the function and type of cell. Some cells have only a few mitochondria, while others have as many as 2,000. The liver cells and muscle cells, for example, have about 2,000 mitochondria since they have active processes and required more energy. So kumbaga ito po yung kung sa circuit, ito yung source of electricity ng energy, ang mitochondria. So we have the vacuole for storage and support. Vacuoles are membranous sacs that are present in plant cells and some animal cells and some protists. Although vacuoles appear to be empty sacs, they are actually filled with fluids and soluble molecules that play a variety of roles. The vacuole found in plant cells are more prominent than those in the animal cells. Their primary function is to store water, sugar, proteins, or pigments. The fluid inside the vacuole of a plant cell also contributes in maintaining turgor pressure, which keeps the cell rigid. Vacuoles in animal cells are relatively small. They also help with the active transport of substance into and out of the cell. The single-celled protists, such as amoeba and paramecium, have contractile vacuoles, the cells will burst and eventually die. Okay, ito po yung itsura ng vacuole. So, cell organelles found only in certain organisms. We have the plastid. Plastids are double membrane bound special features that are present only in plants and in some protists. Most plastids contain pigments. Chloroplast, for instance, is a type of plastid found in plants and animal, and green algae that contain the green pigment chlorophyll. Chlorophyll enables plant cells to be photosynthetic. So ito yung dahilan kung bakit nakakagawa ng sariling plants o nag-undergo ng photosynthesis ang plants is because of chlorophyll. This pigment captures light energy to be used in the production of sugar. Other plastids that contain more other pigments are called chromoplast. Colorless plastids are called leucoplast, which is also known as storage for proteins, oil, or starch. Okay, we have the centriole for the formation of spindle fibers. Centrioles are rod-like structures composed of microtubules. They are found in pairs at right angles to each other. Close to the nucleus of an animal cell, they are responsible for spindle formation during cell division. In the process, the spindle fibers pull chromosomes to the opposite poles of the cell. Okay, we have the cell wall. Okay, cell wall is for plants only, for protection and covering. Wala po yan ang human and other animals. While the covering of animal cell consists only of a cell membrane, a plant cell has both a cell membrane and a cell wall, which serves as its outermost part. The cell wall supports and defines the shapes of plant cells. It also protects the cell from mechanical injury and invasion of microorganisms. These are holes all over the cell wall called plasmodesmata or plasmodesma in singular, which allow the transport of materials between cells. Cell walls have two types: the cellulose-rich primary cell wall, which is formed just after cell division, and the thicker, more rigid secondary cell wall. So ito po yung cell wall sa plant po. Kung bakit matigas ang katawan ng plant is because of the cell wall, a strong protective structure that surrounds a plant cell. Okay, cell junction for cell connection. In plants, cells are linked from cell wall to cell wall by the middle lamella. In animal, cells are linked from cell membrane to cell membrane by cell junction. These are types of cell junction in animal cell. Okay, we have the cell junction for cell connections. In plants, cells are linked from cell wall to cell wall by the middle lamella. In animals, cells are linked from cell membrane to cell membrane by cell junctions. There are three types of cell junction in animal cells. We have number one, tight junctions occur between the cells of special types of tissue to prevent the entry or infective microorganism and the leaking of acids in the tissues of the intestine. So number two, desmosomes hold two adjacent cells together at one point. The desmosomes hold together cells that are subjected to stretching, such as cells in the skin and the heart. Number three, gap junctions are small open channels that link the cytoplasms of adjacent cells. They provide rapid communication between cells. A small intestine cell junction consists of the three types of cell junction found in animal cell. So ito po yung cell junction and cell matrix junction. So other cytoplasmic inclusion. Okay, let us now proceed to ribosome, the protein factory. Okay, ribosome, protein factory. Ribosomes may be free or attached and single or in clusters. These small round bodies are present in all cells. They are regarded as the sites of protein synthesis. They receive genetic information in the form of messenger RNA or the mRNA from the nucleus. Then they translate the genetic information into amino acids that make up a protein. So ito po yung DNA information na kinopya ni messenger RNA from DNA. Na yun naman ang dadalhin ni mRNA doon sa labas ng nucleus. So cytoskeleton, cellular strength and motility. The framework of most cells consists The framework of most cells consists of a network of intermediate filaments, microtubules, and microfilaments. Microtubules are hollow, cylindrical structures found in the cytoplasm. These structures facilitate the movement of chromosomes during cell division and help in the movement of secretory vesicles. Microfilaments are solid rod-like structures containing actin. They provide structural support and assistance in cell motility, such as in the case of amoeba, and for allowing cell contraction in the muscle cell. Intermediate filaments are larger than microfilaments but smaller than microtubules. These structures are not directly involved in cellular movement. They instead provide mechanical support to the cell. Ayan, ito po yung cytoskeleton, the parts of cytoskeleton. So what are the difference between plants and animal cell? Plants and animal cells have similarities and differences. Some organelles are found only in animal cells and some are only in plant cells. So isa-isayin natin. Ano ba yung mapapansin yung nakahiwalay dito sa kaliwa? Ayan. Ayan, large central vacuole, cell wall, chloroplast, plasmodesma. Meaning ito ay plant cell. Ito naman, animal cell. Ang cell wall kasi wala sa animal cell, saka itong chloroplast, plasmodesma, and large central vacuole. So, ang wala naman sa plant cell, itong nasa likod, isang small vacuole and centrioles. So, ito, both animal and plant cell may peroxisome, mayroong ribosome, may cytoplasm, nuclear membrane, nucleus, nucleolus, the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, mitochondrion, lysosome, and plasma membrane. So kung i-table po natin siya, ito, checka natin, itong cell wall, both check lang ang plant cell, ang animal wala. Dito naman sa baba, ang lysosome, wala ang plant pero mayroon ng animal. Sa plastid naman, mayroon ng plant pero wala ang animal. At ito naman pong centriole and cell junction, ang mayroon lang ay plant cell. Ayan, kung i-Venn diagram po natin, ito yung magiging itsura. Mitochondria, ribosome, plasma membrane, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, Golgi apparatus, yan ay parehas nasa plant and animal cell. Ang nasa plant lang na wala ang animal, ito yung cell wall, large vacuole, chloroplast. Yung nucleus is usually pushed to the side. Sa animal cell naman, ito naman yung matatagpuan natin na wala sa plant, small vacuoles, centrioles and centrosome, cilia or flagella. Nucleus is usually in the center.